You shall not pass. The wall of fortresses in Rise of Kingdoms is becoming a topic in most of the chats. Everybody is discussing about it. This has started quite a couple of years back and is a well-known strategy, but now kingdoms are abusing or using this strategy more and more. So I want to have an open discussion regarding this. Is it good? Is it bad? Should really fix it? How is this impacting our gameplay? Hello everyone, I'm Legend Ronnie, and today we're gonna have this open discussion regarding fortresses. I want to give my opinion because a lot of people are talking about it, and I have never brought up this discussion regarding this wall of fortresses. The idea of you shall not pass, or keeping and building fortresses back to back. So once one line of fortresses is burning, you're building a fortress right behind it, and you will be able to keep holding as long as you have credits. You're probably thinking, why hasn't been something done about this situation, about this problem? Because for once, for an instance, there is credits that are being burned, right? Which means that players will have to be active and more active into the game in order to build those credits in those alliances. So in a way, it kind of brings player to have their mind into the game. So that's why Lilith haven't done anything regarding it. The second reason why I would say they haven't done anything is because this brings a lot of fights, right? So for example, you have a pass opening on a Wednesday or a Thursday, you know, people have work, people have family and so on, they can't play that long, but you can delay a fight until the weekend. Then in the weekend you can get the majority of the kingdom on, which means that a lot more troops dying, people are more interested because there is a lot of fights going. If you have a fight that lasts for 3 hours and after that you're sitting with a 500 marchers murder ball, I'm giving you an example, in front of the enemy pass, and you're going, come on, fight, farmers, that's not gonna work. So people want to use their activity when they have it. If they have it. In some situations they might not have activity, but in many situations people have activity and they will come back. In the other pass, I believe, is where 244 is right now having the field and 56 is trying to gain back the field. So this is a situation where 244 has the activity and they are pushing back, they are fighting, which means that it gives you activity in KVK, something that everybody wants. You want to have a lot of fighting. The fortresses can provide that. Now I know and I agree with many players when they are saying that this is pretty bad, that Lilith should do something about it. In my opinion, this should be tuned down about 20%. Maybe with an argument we can go to 15%. I'm not sure if they should tune it down by making the fortresses burn faster or the way you're building fortresses. Like for example, you can't build a fortress on the territory of another fortress, right? It's just that might involve a lot of things. Because if you see in some places, is exactly what I was saying at the beginning, back-to-back fortresses. You have this fortress where you see how much is taking the space, and if this one burns, which takes almost a day, you have the next fortress. So you're quite alright, because the second fortress can last for another day. And then if you have credits, you can build this one behind this one, and you're going like that for almost ever. But if you cannot build a fortress on the territory of another fortress, then at least the other players will have the opportunity to advance, right? So if you burn this fortress, you'll have the opportunity to build a couple of flags, have a couple of cities there, and they will be able to build another fortress behind it, but the opponents will also take some ground, will earn some ground, so they will have the feeling that they are starting to gain territory, they are winning, they are pushing them back. Because like this, you're just winning a square, an inch every day or every second day. It is getting a little bit demoralizing, to be honest. And it is true that wars are meant to be a mental warfare as well, not necessarily about resources, like who has more troops, who has more speed ups, or who has more resources to fight. But in the end, this is just a game and people want to have fun. And when you're just bashing your head into fortresses, for some it is not fun. So one, I definitely agree that there has to be done something about this wall of fortresses. Like I said, 20%, maybe 15% needs to be tuned down, or maybe not having the ability to build fortress on the territory of another fortress. I think that might just be a super easy fix regarding this matter with the wall of fortresses. Two, you need to think about it that these fortresses also give you action, something that a lot of people are craving. And when kingdoms do this kind of tactic with building a gazillion of fortresses, they are doing it because they want to have fun for a longer time. For example, when I'm recording this video, it is on a Tuesday. People are at work, people have families, exactly like I was mentioning earlier. But what if this fight can be prolonged until the weekend? It comes Friday, it comes Saturday, people have time, people can spend 10, 12 hours into the game. They will definitely want to enjoy the game, right? Because when you're not in KVK, you're just farming. Either it is events, arcs, or just really farming resources with your farms, you are farming. So I would say that this also gives a great opportunity for more fightings. And three, this keeps people active. Either it is in your home kingdom because they have to build the credits up for those alliances that they are using, or people do a rotation to some of these alliances. It might sound crazy, but this is also very viable because gold chests do give a lot of credits and they help alliances build a lot of credits. So if spenders do a rotation to some of these alliances and drop the gold chest, those alliances with those people who are keep claiming those chests will gain a lot of credits. It is a very nice way how many alliances gaining a lot of credits through the gold chests. If this problem with this wall of fortresses will ever be fixed, there is another thing we need to take in consideration. In most of these Imperium or Mega Imperium kingdoms or very strong kingdoms who are applying this tactic with wall of fortresses, they do not spend credits, which means that players are also suffering because of this. Players have their own individual credits which they cannot spend into the shops because nobody puts anything in those shops. Unless you are lucky enough to get an R4 like myself, who goes and accidentally puts 1,000 3-hour speed ups into the shop. So that's a rare situation, which it might just happen. I have also done a video which I probably already post a card on the top if you want to go ahead and check all the cards on the top, where I said the biggest issue is the yellow credit. And that's where it comes, exactly what I just showed you earlier, players having their individual credits pretty stocked up and not being able to use it. Because if you're an R4, you're probably able to spend your credits, but if you're not an R4, I can tell you that players having tens of millions of individual credits and that can't spend it on anything into the shops because all these alliances, they need credits in order to place all these fortresses, and the alliances want to have those credits for KVK, especially if they are going for a Strife of the 8, because this is usually the KVK where this abusement of fortresses is being used. Now I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below about these fortresses, this wall of fortresses. How do you see this to be as a fix? Because if we come up with some great ideas, maybe they will get some great ideas from this video or this comment and make this a more enjoyable way. But from my personal opinion, I think right now is quite alright. The only way I would see this fixed is, like I already mentioned it twice in the video, is not being able to place another fortress on the territory of a fortress. I think that is the most easiest way to fix this. Until next time, this is your boy Ronnie signing off. Peace out, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.